everyone! So after the success of my Doodle Devotions book, which I printed last year, I've decided to do a second print run of it, as lots of people have requested it. So I just thought I'd take you through what's actually involved in it, what's actually inside, so that you can decide whether or not to buy one. So the front cover is really thick, nice card, shiny, and then the inside pages are all 120 GSM, which is nice thick matte recycled paper, which means that if you're using crayon or felt tip pen, it shouldn't go through the page and it should come out really nicely. If it's marker pen, then it probably will go through, but the pages are all only printed on one side, even the activity pages, which means that it doesn't actually really matter if it goes through, and you've got a whole extra page per activity for writing notes and things like that. So the first page just gives you a bit of information about me and why I decided to make this book in the first place. This is out of date, I am now 24. And then the second page shows you a little bit about how to use the book. There's a few different ways to use it. You can use it how you want, really, but if you want just like a 5-10 minute kind of low-key reflection, mindfulness doodle activity, then it's great for that. Maybe if you're new to faith or you just want something extra on top of your quiet times or your usual Bible study, then that's great. If you wanted to go deeper and make this into your proper Bible study, then there are ways to do that as well, and you can just read this page. Then there's a page with lots of different font ideas on it, which is really useful because some of the activities ask you to write out a Bible verse in like calligraphy or a fancy font, and if you haven't got your own ideas for that, then you can use this page as inspiration. I use these ideas quite a lot in other artwork that I do. It's really useful to have a page of font ideas. And then we get into the proper activities. So each page includes a Bible verse. Sometimes it's written out, sometimes you have to look it up. Some kind of doodle or creative or writing activity, something to do. And then usually there's some kind of reflection question or some guidance on what to pray for. And you can write notes on this side, you can doodle pictures on this side, you can leave that blank. And then, for example, this activity is asking you to draw little curly branches for each bird, and it's talking about how God provides for the birds of the sky and how much more does he provide for us. And it gives you an idea of what to pray for and a question to think about. So I'm just going to go through a few different pages. I'm just going to open them randomly, so I have no idea what's going to come up, but hopefully it will give you an idea of what kind of pages are in here. There's over 50 pages in the book, so you can do one a day or one a week, or just do it whenever you like. You don't have to go through them in order. They're not supposed to be in any kind of particular order. You can do, or you can kind of pick the topic that is relevant to you that day. So this one's about conversations. This one's about kind of mindfulness. Some of them are about mindfulness and getting your thoughts out and processing those thoughts with God. Some of them are more about God's provision or how we can provide for others. Some of them are about thankfulness, gratitude. Some of them are just kind of reflective, thinking about the day and thinking about things that are positive and negative and all those kind of things. Some of it is kind of looking up towards God, some of it's looking in and reflecting on ourselves, and some of it is looking out and kind of asking you what you can do about this or how you can support others. This one's about provision, some goal setting pages. Let's see what else there is. This one's a bit more mathematical. You have to follow the lines of symmetry, and it talks about God's kind of beautiful but ordered, complex creation. This is an example of one of the pages where you have to write out the Bible verse in the fancy fonts. This one's looking at things that you're good at and ways that you use your gifts, and then asking sort of a question how you might want to improve some of the skills that you're not so good at or want to improve on. So writing a postcard to God. Things that made you smile today. This is my absolute favourite page. You have to draw a little face on every single one of these people, and it talks about our uniqueness and how God knows every single one of us. But I just like that activity. I think it's fun. This is a really good book for all ages, really, I'd say from about 7 upwards to, like, if you can still hold a pen when you're 100, then great, 100. Really good for all ages. People have ordered it as a sort of year 6 leaving present. People have ordered it for their youth groups. People in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s have ordered it just for themselves. And I've had really positive feedback from all of those people. So I don't think it's a particularly age-based book. It's also really good obviously it's good for people who are artistic naturally and enjoy that kind of thing. But if you're a little bit nervous or a bit unconfident in your creativity, then it's really good for you as well. It's quite non-threatening kind of artistic thing. It's quite guided. It gives you what to do, gives you a bit of guidance. It's not just giving you a blank page. And at the end of the day, they're doodles. It doesn't matter. They don't have to be works of art. The idea is that it helps you kind of process your thoughts and spend time with God. This is a colouring in page. There's a few of those scattered throughout the book. So that's a little overview of what's involved in it. If you are interested in buying one, then get in touch. They're £8 each, and I do discounts for big bulk orders for like youth groups and things. And if you're in the Liverpool area, then I can deliver it to you. And if you're not, then it's a couple of pounds for postage, depending on how many you're ordering. So yeah, just get in touch through my Facebook page, which is Artie Sarah Joy, or you can email me at artiesarahjoy@gmail.com. Thanks very much.